I've been comic hunting and I nearly died. How's it hanging, YouTube? Peter here, your Ginger Jolly Geek. Welcome back to the channel. If you've not been here before, we do comic book and toy related, all kinds of geeky stuff. So please like and subscribe if you like that kind of jazz. Okay, so a little bit of clickbait, I have to be honest. But we'll get to that in a bit. I did have a bit of an incident when I was comic hunting out in the wild. I may be exaggerating slightly when I say I nearly died, but we'll get to that in a bit. So I went on a little trip from my hometown to a little place called Blackpool. Yeah, not be going back. Anyway, Blackpool, for those of you that don't know, is a bit like Vegas, just shitter. So went to Blackpool because I'd been there 4 or 5 years ago, and there was a tremendous looking comic shop that I didn't get a chance to have a proper look around at. I knew it was there and it's been eating at us to go back and have a look. So me and my wife went for a couple of days to have a look. This is the shop. So this is iCollectibles. I think if I've got the name wrong, I'll put a link up above. This is a shop, like I say, in Blackpool. It's just mental. It's absolutely mental. As you can see, there's just stuff absolutely everywhere. It's a bit chaotic, if I'm being really honest. There's long boxes as far as you can see. There's long boxes hidden all over the place. There's action figures on the walls. There's action figures on the floor. There's action figures on top of the long boxes. There's action figures in the long boxes. There's just stuff everywhere. Now, I quite like a good ratch. I like to have a bit scrap around and try and find some gold if I can. And I like this kind of shop normally. I have to be really honest, I was really excited to go to this place and I came away disappointed. So 2 reasons I came away disappointed. One, after talking with the guy who was behind the counter, it transpires that someone's done a YouTube video about this place a while ago, and this guy reckons that after that video, the place has been stripped of everything decent comic book wise. So all the good stuff that I would collect, your keys and stuff, was nowhere to be seen. If you're looking for run fillers and for older books and all that kind of stuff, you can fill your boots. There's lots of stuff there to go through. But I was really struggling to find anything that I would collect, like a key or a first appearance or anything like that. The second thing was, even though I've just said I love a good rattle through the boxes and stuff like this did my head in. It got to the point where my enthusiasm quickly waned. I couldn't be chewed with having to shift stuff around to try and get access to boxes. There were boxes, comic book boxes, that were literally covered in stuff just on top of it lying around, and I couldn't cope with it. It started to do me head in after a while. So I got about, I would say, a quarter of the way through the long boxes and I gave up, which is a massive shame. That said, it's lovely to find a shop with so much stock and so much stuff just kind of everywhere. So what did I get from the actual visit? This is what I got. Now, anybody that's watched my videos before knows I love a good key. I love a good first appearance. I'm happy to pay good prices for keys and first appearances. You'll probably look at these books and think, Peter, what have you been picking up? Because there's not a key really amongst them. I just kind of felt like I needed to buy some stuff. I did. I mean, I travelled all the way to Blackpool. Okay, so here, this is what we've got. We have got New Mutants 73, which is the end of the kind of the Illyana saga. Illyana Rasputin, one of my favourite characters from the New Mutants when I was younger, obviously became Magic, however you pronounce it, and is a big prominent X-character now. So I loved this storyline back in the day, really enjoyed it. So saw that and picked it up. £3.50 for that, which is probably about the right price. We've got this, X Factor 68. Love that cover. I think it's a kind of a minor key. I've got a feeling this is the issue where they send Nathan as a baby off into the future to survive because he's got the techno-organic virus. You see, I know my stuff, lads. You know what I mean? I do know my comic history. Anyway, I think that's this issue. And then obviously he becomes Cable. So yeah, like that one. Nice cover. Fiver for that one. Pure cover by. Can't beat a bit of Prime. Nice white background. It's dirty. It needs a clean. That's the other thing I would say about these comics. Now, whether it's because of how they are stored, or how they're bought, I don't know. None of them are in amazing condition. They're all dirty, or they're all creased, and they've all got spine ticks and all that kind of jazz. So they're not the best specimens. So anyway, Prime, can't beat a Prime cover, so went for that. We've then got Dark Avengers 18. I think that's the formation of the latest Dark Avengers team, not sure. Bit of Norman Osborn on the front there, paid £4 for that one. We've got a few New Avengers books. New Avengers number 12. Again, not sure if these are keys or not. We've got New Avengers 16. New Avengers number 2. I think this is the one where Carnage is ripped in half and killed to come back. But yeah, I think the Sentry tears him in half or something and throws him into orbit. This is a nice book. I'm telling you, there's no keys. This is a canny book. This is New Mutants 18, part of the Demon Bear saga. I think it's something else. I think there's something else key about it. I think it's got a first appearance in it. Drop us something in the comments if you know what this is in terms of keys. Can't remember. Paid £20 for that one, which I think is all right for the condition. Not sure. It's shiny. Avengers 303. Not a clue. Ooh, I like these ones. I did like these ones, and I was disappointed they didn't have more of these because I love this series. This is JLX. Not to be confused with the pop band. This is part of the amalgam. Marvel and DC crossover. So yeah, I enjoyed that series. So I saw that one, and then also they had JLX Unleashed. So yeah, basically these are kind of mismatches of Marvel and DC characters squashed together. We then got Avengers 315 because I thought it was the first appearance of Nebula for some reason. It's not. I know that. I've got the first appearance of Nebula. Not a bloody clue why I've spent £4 on that. Shit. Age of X Universe. Liked the look of the cover. Thought I would give it a read. We've got 2 more New Mutants. We've got New Mutants 50 again with Illyana on the cover there. I just love Illyana. And then we've got New Mutants 60. I think, and there's a bit of a hint on the cover, I think this is the death of Doug Ramsey, Cypher, who obviously comes back again. But I think this is where he dies. Yeah, so nice. So there you go, guys. That was my trip to iCollectibles in Blackpool. Little bit disappointing. Now, we get to the bit why you probably clicked on this thumb. My brush with death. And please don't laugh.
Well, that was a bit of a disaster. Not much there for us. Prices were a little bit...
As you can see, as I walked out the shop, I stood on a friggin' screw, and it went straight through my shoe and straight into my foot. I fell like a massive sack of tatties onto the road, probably smashed some of the paving stones, let's be fair, and lay there like a beached whale for a good few minutes, nursing me poorly finger. You can see here the damage it did to my foot. Rather painful, as you can imagine, and put a bit of a downer on me day. Only option was to try and find something to treat myself and put a smile on my little face. I mean, that to me is a near-death experience. In fact, I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. And So, I was pretty cheesed off, to say the least, with my pretty unsuccessful visit to the comic shop, and then my my brush with death itself. I'm sorry, I'm getting filled up again. So yeah, let's not talk about that anymore. I get too emotional. So I was wound up So the next day I did a bit of a Google search and found another comic shop. So it was Over the Moon, that was local in Blackpool. So went to see that the next day, shut down a year ago. Fuck you, Google. Next day, decided again to do a bit of a Google search and found a comic shop in Preston, which isn't too far from Blackpool. So I rang them this time to make sure they were open, and we went off for a little jaunt there. So this was better. This was called That Comic Shop. The owner was tremendous. It's just a very small shop, but when I went in, he was playing card games. I can't remember what they call them, like Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic or whatever you call it, with some of his customers. He was really friendly, and he had some nice books. He had predominantly modern stuff, but he did have some bits and bobs on the shelves, which I'll show you. Anyway, I picked up some modern comics. I don't normally get a lot of modern stuff, but I just needed to spend some money because I was irritated. So we got Ghost Cage to have a bit of a read of. This I've heard is really good. The guys on the Killer Comic Show recommended this one, so I'm looking forward to reading that. I picked up Thor 23. I don't know why. Do you know what I mean? I literally don't know why. I love Thor. I've not been collecting this run. I'm going to get it in trade paperback. I've not read the first 22 issues. Yeah. I picked up Demons. Again, the guys on the Killer Comic Show recommended this one, so I'll be having a read of that. If it's rubbish, it's Andy's fault. I picked up A Town Called Terror. Again, yeah, Town Called Terror. I picked up Hulk, number 6. Again, I've not read 1 to 5. I'm going to buy it in trade paperback. Picked up that. Something Is Killing the Children, number 21. I've read the hardback, which is brilliant. I think this is the start of the new arc. I haven't got a clue. And I picked up that because I do like my design variant type things, and that looked interesting. What if Miles Morales was Wolverine? I don't know. So picked up a couple more books from them. We've got this 7 Secrets. I love a bit of 7 Secrets. This is the 1 per store variant. Paid £6 for this. Absolutely love it. Looked at the cover and thought that's tremendous. Really liked it. Got home, realised I've already got 2 copies. We went for this one. This is X-Men number 4, £20. It's in good quality condition. No backing board. One of the most expensive comics in the shop, and it's not the backing board, but never mind. We've got the first appearance of Omega Man. That well-known character. And then another £20 comic, not in a backing board. We have got the first... I'm being really negative this video, aren't I? Normally, guys, I'm much more upbeat, but this trip to Blackpool was an absolute piece of shit. So we've got X-Men 256. This is the first appearance of Psylocke. I'm not convinced it is. It might be the first appearance of her with her purple hair and all that jazz, but I don't think it's the first appearance of her overall. But this was a £20 comic. Got that one. Got excited to see this. This is Judge Dredd, the magazine. I had this when I was younger. Love a bit of Dredd. Love the UK comics. Yeah, I paid pennies for this. And I love it. Absolutely love it. And a bit of Judge Death there in it. So yeah, spotted that. Haven't seen that for a long time, so got that. Now, I think this is a steal. Not read it before. This is volume 1. And this is G.I. Joe, the IDW collection. Nice chunky hardback book. You know I like my hardback books. Good image of Snake Eyes on the front there. He pulled me bloody eye. Nice image of Snake Eyes on the front there. And I paid £15 for that. So I mean that's got a retail value of $49.99. So I think that's pretty cool. Haven't opened it up. It might be a load of cack. But £15. Yeah, G.I. Joe. That's one of probably my favourite pickups from the entire trip. So there we are. That's my pickups from my disastrous trip to Blackpool, where my comic shops were a bit of a bust, unfortunately, and I nearly lost my life.